Boo. Good morning. I just realized well, for one, the sun is like blasting me in the face. Like I chose the perfect time frame where like the sun is just laser beaming me. Hi. What's up? How's it going, y'all? I'm like, let me turn my mic down real quick. I realized that, and then I realized I had no I had no music going for that loader. Um, but hi guys, welcome Nacha, welcome Calliope Bun. Thank you. Hopefully this sun goes away and I'm not like in the gates of heaven. This is my first time, I guess, technically doing a face cam stream, but I figured since I've done oh, okay, I figured that was you. I just want to make sure. Hi, Sky. um, I figured since I've done stage performances and stuff before, like doing a face cam stream just with a slightly lazy variation of my fit would be fine. But anyways, hello, good morning, everybody. I am EK, as you probably know, and today is my special day. And also the day of the release of the Idol EP. This is a project I've been working on for like a year, I guess. I started to sort of conceptualize it at like the end of the final Northwest Idol Fest 2024. So it's been kind of a long time coming. Hold on, my cat is wanting attention because I fed her slightly less food, and so she's like, now I'm hungry. Here, you wanna come up here? Come here, baby. Come here. Okay. You can kind of see her. Hold on.
Creature, say hello to everybody.
Hikaru, baby. She's probably gonna push my mic around. What is she like? She is, yeah. There she goes. I again, it's like I fed her slightly less food, and so this morning, not even this morning, I think it was like 2 a.m. She was running back and forth, like screaming at my door, just being like, please, I'm so hungry. You malnourish me. Yeah, there she is pushing my mic around. But you know what? It's okay. She can deal. She's a round little lady, and she needs to lose some freaking weight. Not to fat shame my cat, but like, girl. Anyways, yeah. So the Idol EP, dude. The sun is insane right now. This is not cool. Anyway, so yeah, this project is, I'm like playing this cat like a guitar and also doing this. The project is now available on Bandcamp. I believe it still says it's like in the pre-order phase, but like it says it's coming out today, so it shouldn't be that. I don't know why it still says pre-order. But if you can't afford to get it on Bandcamp, which is totally fine, it should be available on Spotify and like every other streaming thing except for Apple Music for now on the 30th. So if you can't get it on Bandcamp, then keep an eye. And I should have a pre-save link ready today. I'm buying 5 billion. Thank you, Nacha. But yeah, I should have a pre-save. They gave me a pre-save. They gave me a pre-save link. When I girl, dude, she is being so attention-seeking right now. She's like, please put the camera on me. I put the camera down further so you guys could see her, but my desk is full of like just nonsense right now, and I can't let you see that. Girl, oh my god. Girl. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I have a they gave me a pre-save link for Spotify, but like when I clicked on it, it didn't work. I think it's because like since I haven't actually uploaded anything to the Spotify, it's not like an artist page yet. I need to get Hikaru COD stickers. I will put them like, ow, don't bite me, I'll kill you. Do you want to die? Stop! Get out of here. Away with you. Away with you. She became evil. I had to put her down. But yes, please. I will plaster them all over her. Anyways, I'm not quite sure how long we'll be going because at some point, I definitely gotta be like out of here. She's mad as hell. The whole house mad for real. I gotta dip out of here at some point, but it's like we got a couple hours. So I'm kind of just gonna play it by ear. Today, pretty much, as I said, we're just going to kind of be going through the track list. I won't be playing them on stream, just because my least favorite thing is playing my music for other people and having to sit and like have them listen to it. So I'll just I'll pull the tracks up and then, or rather, like I'll pull the list up, and then kind of talk about each song and sort of the process and stuff. The list I'll be going off of is the one that'll actually be in the physical release, which isn't much different than the one you'll get on Bandcamp or streaming. So worry not. The only difference is I put interludes in between each track. I wanted to add some stuff that made the physical release a little more special, kind of incentivize people to get that over digital, if they wanted to. Hi, welcome. Did you change your username? Can I still call you Dio? Hold on, Heker wants to leave. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Give me the physical, please. Yeah, I need to learn your chants. My chants aren't okay. Good. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Pretty much the only chant to learn is just me going what's and then you going up, which you can hear in the track What's Up, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, physical releases, as I kind of, I guess I only touched upon this on Twitter, so I'll kind of say, just because I've never because I've never done this before with physical release stuff, I think for now the physical releases will only be stuff that I bring as merch to events that I perform at. That's probably not going to be the case for long, and probably before I even get to that point, it'll probably already be up online. I've never done it before. I'm trying to figure stuff out. But for now, that's kind of the plan. Again, it's like, it's subject to change. I'll definitely have like some sort of online thing going. I want to, now that this is done, one thing I wanted to do, thank you. One thing I wanted to do is put together a website, like my own personal website where I can just like post nonsense and just kind of think, mostly because like my other buddies have all like made their own websites, and I'm just like, why not? I should do it for myself. Just get that going. But probably there I'll have a section for online orders for the EP, and then any subsequent like stuff that I end up kind of putting out as merch. But yeah, EK, I'll put you in my web rig. Thanks, Mikey. I appreciate it, bro. Welcome to the stream. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into talking about the thing that the thing of the day. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. I forget which tweet. I keep hearing EP is EP. I am EP right now, dude. I was up late watching Wizard So-So and playing Rats Instagive as a birthday treat. For those of you who don't know what Wizard So-So is, I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. It's free on YouTube. Go watch it. It's awesome. Anyways, EP is EP. EK is EP. Oh god. Still got nonsense in my lungs from being sick. Bro's EP for his EP release. God dang right I Okay, I think this one's the cover. Hold on. I really should have, made sure to check this first. Is this one the cover? Yeah, okay, so here's the cover. As you've seen already, there's me. Fun fact about this thing, if you couldn't already tell if you look, with the crowd, those are all also me. This is just like a stage space that I went to, and just I took the one picture of me, and then I just took a bunch of pictures of me again with the glow sticks, and then just kind of like photoshopped them onto each other over and over again, because I didn't have like, I'm like, it would be cool to do like a crowd shot. Dude, I hope this sun goes away. This is right in the corner of my window, and it's just blasting me in the face. It looks like I'm in, like, Miami or something. But it's not the case. I'm actually in... So, why would it be there? Anyway, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit, just because I went back to it. I'm like, I need to update that background music. The blinding light of God protecting as I did it. That's right, yeah, this is extra precaution, just to make super sure that, like, despite me being on camera, you see as little of me as possible. Anyway, yeah, the whole process with that was I just, like, I just took pictures of me over and over again. I had Rena Keaton do some of the lighting and just prettying up the photo after the fact, some post-production, so shouts out to her. Another lovely Idol friend. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. I wanted a crowd shot because I'm like, that would be cool, but at the time of like making that, I had never performed. I hadn't performed yet, so I'm like, fuck, what do I do? So I just did that. I just cloned myself over and over again. For the next EP, it's the same cover, but other people have been photoshopped. That would be funny. Honestly, it would be cool to do like how some artists have like albums of their like live performances. That would be cool to just recreate that. But I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's that. I don't know where'd the track list go, because we can jump right into get this out of here. Let's go to the track list. Would gladly submit pictures for that. That would be sick, dude. I put the light here so you can get more energy through photosynthesis. You're a genius. I didn't grab breakfast before this, but that's a great idea. I do feel
full of vitamin D energy. This is awesome.
Okay. So we got the track list here. And we will talk about each one very briefly. Eat. I can't yet. Can you not see that I am here? No, I'll eat afterwards. I'm gonna go get pizza with my lovely father after this, which is why I'm kind of keeping an eye on the time. So we good, but I appreciate it. Okay, so track list. I'm basically kind of gonna be talking about. Your voice is so stimmy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I'm using the Shure SM7B for good audio quality. OMG, bring back Dada. Yeah, some of you saw him if you were at US Idol Fest 2025. He was there providing backing guitar for me. I guess I posted about it on the video on like the clip on Twitter, so you guys probably saw him there too. I had him wear matching. Yeah, that's right. Sky was there. We were wearing matching attire. It was funny because like I had a pair of red aviators and a mask for him. But when we did a second run through of my last song, because they were doing sound check at the time for the VTuber concert, and my dad, he turns to me and she goes, "Can I take these fucking glasses off?" Because they kept he wasn't wearing a mask that's like more breathable like the one that I'm like wearing now. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Sky. Hey, a little bit of a plug. If you're going to SacroCon next weekend, Sky is performing, and you should go check them out because they're super cool. I believe you're doing, if I'm not mistaken, you're part of 3 different performance showcases, or is it just the 2? I know for sure you're doing like, there's 2 that you're part of. There's the Feathered Friends, and there's the one other one, the name escapes me. Dude, I'm not going to SakuraCon this year, but like next year. Yes, 3. You should type the names of the events in chat. I'd love to take you. SakuraCon?
Garuga Bash.
Anyway, what am I talking about? Well, hold on, we'll let Sky type the do Denshin Power. That would be sick. Yes, that's SakuraCon. Oh my goodness. That's a long drive. Anyway, yeah, go if you're going to SakuraCon, or I believe at least Feathered Friends. Sky, do you know if Feathered Friends is being recorded? Cause if that's the case, if you aren't going to SakuraCon, oh, wait, be careful! What the hell? Don't chat and drive, dude. Shoot. But anyway, I believe Feathered Friends is being recorded. I believe Sora is recording that. So keep an eye out for that. I'll definitely retweet that when that goes public. Do you have right of way? I hope so. I'm chatting while doing law school homework. Well, that's, I mean, at least like pedestrians aren't involved, but also like, you know, get good grades. I believe in you. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. I'm laying in bed kicking my feet like a schoolgirl. Very good. I'm chatting while getting ready for work. Well, hope you have a good day at work. Hopefully we can get through a bulk of this before you have to be up and away. To start things. Like I said, the list I'm using here is the one that will only be part of the physical release. And that's these interludes. The interlude here, kind of, I guess, to give, I've got an hour before. Okay, good. Yeah, then we should be able to get through it in time. The interlude here, I guess, basically to give a good summary of it, is kind of like a radio jingle. A big theme around this EP was like radio play, and like I kind of wanted to give it the feeling. I can see the sun's finally going away. You can see me a bit better. I wanted to give the feeling of like dialing through a radio, and that's kind of what the interludes here also like serve to add. But like specifically the EK Live interlude is kind of like a radio jingle sort of thing. I will say, and this is another reason why I didn't put the physical releases out the same time as the digital. I haven't made this one yet because I can't figure it out. I'm just like, I have a specific way I want to do it and I can't get it right. So that's another reason why I didn't do it. Okay, wait, I'm not driving anymore. Lol. Okay, so yeah, so Soul Live Saturday morning, then also, oh, that's right, also be Pod Times live. And then Sunday, Feathered Friends. Good lord, you got it stacked. Make sure you're eating and hydrating in between those. I look forward to seeing recordings of those if those come out. I'll make sure to hype those up, because unfortunately I can't go to SakuraCon this year because I don't have money. Anyways, so what you're saying is that you've given up right away. But yeah, so the kind of idea with the interlude here is like, it's like a little radio jingle. I really wanted like kind of an old, like, not an old one. I don't know if they even do these jingles anymore, but it's like a barbershop quartet type shit. Brocoid streamer, that's right. That's why I need you guys to buy my EP so I can afford groceries. No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing fine. I got one of my birthday gifts from my lovely friend Pikaru was a gift card to a local grocery store in my area. Cause I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't need like Right of Wow. I don't need like many things, you know. It's like people ask me, I'm just like, I don't know, man, like just give me like a gift card to like this grocery store so I can buy food. Cause yeah, gift card for Goshi's, exactly. So I'm like, yeah, that or like stuff for cooking at this point, because it's like anything else is like just experiences, you know. It's like buy me like, you know, you like it's like events or like outings, you know, gift card for Lawson's. That's yeah, that I can't use until I go back to Japan. I gotta like do a short little stream, or at least next time I stream, because this is my first time streaming in this new spot. I was scared my connection would be bad, but it seems like it's doing fine. So maybe this might be the sign to do more subsequent streams. Once I get my first law firm job, I'm giving you diamonds, bro. Thanks, man. I'll go to the I'll go to the grocery store and use it as currency. It's fun. Stream more. Thanks. No, I'd like to. I applied for a law firm. I hope you get in also. As admin assistant. Oh, sweet, dude. Anyway, back on topic. There's gonna be a lot of this. EK Live, the interlude, is basically just me wanting to create a radio jingle. I listened to a bunch of them. Nibbles on cable coming out of my room. No, please, that's my Ethernet. I need that. Yeah, I wanted to I listened to a bunch of radio jingles, and the leading thing that I wanted to put into it is just like a barbershop quartet sort of thing. But I haven't quite figured out the harmonies yet. So once that's done, then I can be like, okay, that's good. The next track is Mask On, and that was one that I created for when I was doing auditions for Hollow Stars every 3 months. I put together an audition, and that was the consistent, was putting that track in there just because it felt like I'm like, this is, my mask keeps slipping, and it's a pain in the ass because I keep talking. That track was something that I slipped in pretty much all of them because I'm like, I need to show them that I do and produce my own music, and that's the best way to do it. And of course, I also uploaded it on YouTube. But this is a revamp because it used some kind of old stuff, part of the EK persona that, hold on, I need to scratch my eye. Part of the EK persona that isn't really part of my brand, quote unquote, anymore. And so I changed it up a bit. The version you hear on Bandcamp is actually also different. It's a different instrumental. I don't know if I said on anywhere, but the reason for that is because I saw it on oh, nice. The reason for that is because, so if you've heard the song, it uses a sample, of Hey Partuto, which is from Royal Crown, Riviere. I can never say it right. More specifically, it's the one that they made for the movie The Mask, which is one of my favorite movies, and the song is called Mask On. So it felt fitting to use that. The problem is, I reached out to them, honestly, actually recently, but the EP date had already been announced, and then I had the foresight to just be like, I should see if I need legal rights to monetize this sample, because it's only the first 30 seconds of the song. It's before the vocals even come in. But it's because it was tied in with a movie, I'm like, I gotta get approval for this. And apparently, not only would I need to get 2 different approvals from 2 different people, because the writing credits were split 55-45. Oh yeah, I should see if the sample clears. Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, it's because it was one of their most popular songs. I don't want to get in any trouble, and it was the record label it was under, I think, still is owned by Warner Bros. I'm like, I for my first project, I can't be getting into any of that trouble. So I talked to them and said, yeah, I would need to pay for the rights for the master, even though it's the 30 seconds of the song, and also get approval from the writing credits and give them some sort of compensation. And on top of that, would also need to submit a quarterly report of how much I made from the thing, which is you know, I wasn't going to be making much from this first project, so it's to be fair, that's how Death Grips did it. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Again, it's that's completely the process. So it's I get it, but I'm this is too much of a pain in the ass to to do. So I just made a new instrumental in like in 2 to 3 days. I don't know. I think it was probably less than that, but like, it turned out okay. It doesn't hit the same as the original, and actually the version that I revamped for the EP, I'm just gonna be uploading on YouTube today, because I'm like, I can't just not have it be released. I want someone to, I want people to still be able to hear it, because like I put work into it, so it's like I want to at least put it out for people to listen to it. But yeah, so that's kind of the whole story with that one. I learned a valuable lesson, and it's like it has made me give thought. I do wonder, cause like I also like I have a bunch of other samples in there. A lot of them were like Hideki Naganuma samples in like the beginning, and also like Governor Zoran of New York. He's also in there, because he had like when he was like elected, he had some a speech, and like there was a bit from there that I'm like, this is the hardest sample ever, where he goes, turn the volume up. I'm just like, that is way too cool not to be used as a sample in something. So I grabbed it. But anyway, yeah, that's the Mask On track. Hold on, I'm going to knelt down and drink water like a little hamster. I haven't streamed in a while. My stream talking voice isn't warmed up. Damn, Mayor Zoran Mundami contributed to the EKEP, and he doesn't even know it. Hopefully he's okay with that. He was on that that TikTok series with the dude who walks around New York with a DJ set and just has people freestyle. I can't remember if he had him freestyle or not. Mask On is the prelude to the Ask the official EKYTP. That's true. We need to make that still. Anyway, next up is the call interlude. That's the interlude, that being the interlude to What's Up, which is my call and response. Kind of felt fitting. This is where I start incorporating, and I think in EK Live I do the same thing, but this is where I incorporate the part of this that I did first, which was I both during Northwest Idol Fest and afterwards, both in person and over Discord, I did a bunch of interviews with a bunch of different Kaigai idols. It was I've said it before, but like Northwest Idol Fest was like something took a hold of me, where I was just like I was way more confident than I've ever been, and it just like started this like chain reaction where I'm going up to every idol there, just asking for an interview, and it's like pretty much none of them said no. Like, they didn't even know me, and they were just like, yeah, sure, why not? And I was just like, I don't know, I thought that was really cool. That was one of the things I liked, is just like the community is still tight-knit enough where everyone's just down, you know? So what the call has is a mix between because at the end of each interview, I asked people what their call and responses were. Not everyone has them. It's something, some people think it's a little dated to have one. I think that they're awesome, and I like, I'm glad that they're still like a thing. But like, I also totally get a lot of idols not really using it anymore. Because, you know, it's not everyone's thing. I think part of it is that a lot of people want to talk about the creative process of how they... Yeah, I would agree. I think that's the big thing. Everyone's, like, jazzed to talk about, like, about their stuff. But, like, yeah, what the call has is it's a mix between, like, call and responses from lives that I found on YouTube. Like, I think for Phoebe, she's in there, and that's where that one's from. But like with Scary's in there, I think it's I can't remember if they're called like Project Scary or Scary Project. That's involved in there somewhere, but they're cool. You should check them out. Magical Melody, hers is from our interview. I feel like there's one other. Maybe it was Barry. I forget. But it kind of just it cycles through with sort of the effect of like you're dialing through like a radio, kind of moving the knob around. And then it goes into What's Up. And like I said, What's Up is my call and response track. I don't know if that's a thing that like idols really do, but I felt like having one dedicated for the call and response, because it's such a fun one, in my opinion, was a good idea. And again, to reiterate, my call and response is very simple. I go what, and the audience goes up. And it was where it was based on was actually at a job that I worked. I had a coworker, and he worked at the front desk. Thank you. I appreciate this guy. It's like wrestlers having their entrance music. Yeah, that's the thing. And I could talk about how idols and wrestling, and honestly to an extent, like I'd probably say drag queens, like all these kind of like fun character like performing things all have so much overlap. VTubers too, because VTubers, like not all VTubers are idols, but like it definitely got popularized through stuff like Hololive, which definitely kind of put a focus initially on having them be virtual idols. Anyway, I gotta stop getting off topic. Yeah, so the call and response came from I had a coworker who would work the front desk at a job I worked at, and we kind of said like "What's up" to each other. Just that was our our little greeting. But one time he said "What?" and then like he got like I think something on the computer like sidetracked him or whatever. And so there was like a delay. I'm like, you gonna finish that? And it turned into both of us basically saying what, and then trying to predict when the other person was gonna say up. Kind of like a game of chicken, but we're both trying to get hit by the train. And the up just became more and more intense. And that was like our little greeting ritual. And actually, if you listen to the track, the beginning is a sample of us doing it on his last day at that job. I'm like, let's give a good hearty, just full like "What's up?" That reminds me of the story of how OK Go got their name from their art teacher telling them to paint just like OK Go. Yeah, that type of shit. I love stories like that, and the fact that I was able to get my own was the sickest thing ever, because I love origin stories of like, yeah, and then like this happened. Like the fact that I got my own, and it was like the most fitting thing for like an idol who specializes in like rap stuff. I'm like, oh, this is like actually perfect. Like, what the fuck? This is awesome. So like, yeah, I don't know like when it kind of clicked. I'm like, this is a good call and response, but it's just like, I don't know. It just was something where it was like, it was in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, awesome, let's do that. So yeah, What's Up was the first track that I fully finished. And part of that was because, like, Mask On was already technically done, but like I hadn't redone it yet. So I'm like, I don't know, that one was like lowest priority. And then like Keep It Cute and The Idol were both tracks with features, and I didn't want to like work on those too hard until I had, the stuff from the folks who participated, which I will get more into them once we talk about those tracks. But yeah, I have a call and response with a coworker in another department. His work week starts on Friday, so I greet him and say, and if you believe it, and he'll go, it's Friday once again. That's awesome. I love that. Happy birthday. Thank you, Kage. Welcome. It's okay. No, I appreciate you dropping in. But another fun thing, and a lot of this stuff is also in the little descriptions for each track on the Bandcamp link, which I should pin that. Hold on. I didn't expect I didn't expect such lively conversation, but I appreciate it. My chat isn't usually this chatty, so thank you. Wait. No. Hold on. Pin, right? Is it pinned? Oh, okay, it's at the bottom. I was like looking at the top. I'm like, where is it? So many employees and shoppers on the fan base. We all got work. We got bills to pay. Another thing though, like I said, that's in the description is, to be fair, I've time to be in your stream, and I'm a chatty Cathy. I appreciate chatty Cathys though. Keeps things lively, so I'm not just talking to myself like a psycho. But something you kind of hear also throughout that song is I found this Barbie commercial, this like old, I think 80s Barbie commercial, and there's like a very upbeat, peppy character, and there's one who like she talks very monotone, and like I don't know if I originally had already had that downloaded and sampled. I definitely had it in my likes, so I'm just like, I should use this later. And there's a line where she goes, "What's up?" and then also goes like groovy and wow. And I'm like, these are really cool. So I think the wow, I think all of them are in the song. I know definitely "What's up" and wow are in there. I think wow comes in at the end, and "What's up" is in the hook. But that was something where I'm just like, oh, that's perfect. Like, that was another instance of just, like, stuff kind of perfectly falling into place, where I'm just like, oh, shit, like, this would go perfect in there. Like, I don't know if that's the moment, like, all producers have that, or if they are always, I think it's different for different producers, but, like, I don't know, it felt, again, you know, you hear other producers talk about that in their creative process, and, like, having that happen to me, I was just like, oh, man, this is awesome. So that's pretty much all there is to that song, really. I threw in some other stuff like making a verse around like basic call and mix, and it didn't flow as well as I wanted it to. Like, you can't really like freaking like Taiga Faya like on beat normally because it kind of, the rhythm gets fucked up a bit. But I really do hope that like if I do that live and people kind of know the song well enough, they'll work with me, because that was kind of the intention. But I also know like some people will be pissed that it's not like, you know, technically within the same like rhythm structure. But also like, I don't know, call and mix, especially like here in the West, has been like, you know, we've kind of just done whatever with it. We've gone crazy mode just at our leisure. Okay, I got the time from my father, so I gotta be. We'll wrap things up here at 1, so we got tons of time. Got plenty of time. We'll probably be done before that even. Welcome, Chihiro. It's always interesting hearing people's different creative processes. Happy birthday! Thank you. Yeah, no, this is I've been looking forward to this stream so I can just like yap to people about the whole, because a lot went into this. Like, there's a reason why it took as long as it did, you know. It's like, I really, as my first project, like, I didn't want to make my magnum opus, but I want to make something that, like, you know, it was clear I gave a fuck about it, you know. It is entirely made up of sampling. Yeah, there's no, oh wait, so I feel like you've had fun researching Avalanche's albums since I left you. I'll have to look into that. I'm always like liking just I used to like be kind of iffy with samples, but now it's like I love it because it adds an extra flair, and also like it has you not having to do as much work. Not to say it's lazy to sample, but like I feel like when you're in a heavy use of sampling, you know, it's like you can kind of slap some stuff in there, and get stuff done a little quicker in terms of making like a full sounding mix. And again, it's like I'm in no way, because I used a bunch of sampling for my stuff, it's like I'm no way like saying that that's a bad thing. You know, it's like there's more than one ways to to get to 100. But like, I don't know. I like that it it makes the process more efficient when you put samples and stuff, because it makes the track sound cooler with you just kind of putting random audios in there. There's a track I'm working on with somebody, and I won't get too much into it because I want things to still be a surprise. But I got my friend to come in and do a bunch of recording audio samples, because I guess what I will say is that there's fighting game themes kind of around the track, and he loves fighting games and has a good fighting game announcer voice. So I'm just like, hey, I want you to record these things, but also anything else you can think of. So it's like getting to sorry, my nose is stuffy. Getting to work with people to have them make samples for you too is great. Another thing too, my EK Live sample is I don't know how much. Oh, eyeballs. I wonder whose track that could be. What was I saying? Oh yeah, another sample you may have heard here and there is the EK Live sample, and some of you might recognize that. That's Brock Baker doing that, I just directly ripped from the Yo Mama series. That's both Brock Baker doing an original recording that I paid him to do, and that paid him sounds like weird. I commissioned him, and then Red Minus, who I also reached out to and got to edit the assets from that thing so the screen says EK Live. And it was worth it. It was like, I mean, you know, it's like they were both very fair with their pricing because they knew it was just kind of for like a goof. But regardless, like I would have paid like a bajillion bucks for that, just because it was such a funny bit. It's so funny too because it happened right when like the Xbox Live is like a punchline thing like stopped circulating. So it just kind of like, I'm just glad that it's still the man of a cajillion voices night. Yeah. But I'm like, it still goes hard as a sample, so I don't even care that like the joke kind of like had run its course by the time I got the stuff for that, and I will keep using it. I don't care. Anyway, to kind of go further on to the next interlude, Fave. That's kind of where we get into. Well, I guess Call was also like that, where it starts with me asking the interview question, like, do you have a call and response? But I think it just starts with the call and responses. I think Fave is the first one that starts with me asking the interview question first. And for that's like what the question was, like, what's your favorite thing about being an idol, or just kind of doing, you know, like Kaiga idol stuff. I can't remember who all's on that. I think Rena. No. No, yeah, I think Rena's there. I forget who else though. Oh shoot, it's been so long since I've listened to those interludes. But that leads into no, wait. Fave isn't about that. No. No, I think that honestly might be mislabeled, because I think what I ended up doing was I asked what sparked the aesthetics of various idols, and I know I know Pawn Ranger's on that, Pengi's on that, Paita's on that, I think that's everybody. But yeah, which in that case I need to change that, because that doesn't fit at all. Thank God I didn't release that list with the Bandcamp thing, so I could catch these things. But that leads us into the next track, which is Keep It Cute, featuring Pengi. This was a track where it's like I was listening to a lot of Game Boy, the producer, not the console. I don't know how you say his name actually, because it's like CXLE, but I know his name is Cole. A lot of freaking like Charlie XCX, um, and like a bunch of other sort of producers. There's like kind of like hyperpop adjacent and like industrial like hyperpop. OMG, I love him. Game. Wait, which one? Because I listed a couple. But it was like, yeah, just me listening to a lot of them, and like I'm like, I want to do a track like that. Not even just for the EP. I just wanted to make a track like that. My whole thing with music is I want to make like everything. You know, it's like I listen to so many genres where I'm just like, I want to make a track like this after listening to this. Not even like that sounds like their stuff, but just like, you know, I want to try dabbling in that genre. And sure, that culminates in like me kind of making like okay versions of a lot of stuff in that genre, because it's like a lot of them are firsts. But like whatever, you know, because it's just like it's not about making one that like stands Game Boy. Oh sweet, you're actually the only other person who like, because I wasn't sure how many people knew about like him or Caleb or whatever, but like, yeah, no, fucking Game Boy rocks. I came across him because he did the remix of Calabasas with Cole, and then I listened to more of his stuff because he has more tracks out than Cole does. But no, yeah, they're both of their stuff are fucking awesome. I actually had like an interaction with Cole on Twitter because I guess someone like stole some of the tracks from one of his albums, and so he had to like take some of them off of YouTube. And so I like added him on Twitter. I was just like, "Hey dude, what the hell?" And he like DMs me. Spotify gifted him to me on Song. Oh, sick! I think that's that's how I found Cole as well. I forget how I even stumbled across him. Because I found him like way before I started getting into like that sort of genre of music. But he DM'd me and sent me like the Dropbox file. He's like, "Hey, sorry, like I'm trying to get like stuff worked out. Thanks for still listening after like so many years." Because I think that the album that's from is like 4 years old now. And like which was nice. And then later it got put back on Spotify, which was cool. But anyway, yeah, Keep It Cute was me kind of trying to make songs in that vein. The hook sort of came to me while I was at work. I'm just like, oh, that's like, that actually kind of fits. Like, that fits the style. And like, Pengy was the first person that came to mind when I'm thinking like, who would be good to do this? Because I knew I wanted to do it with somebody. And I had talked with Pengy at Northwest Idol Fest, when we did our interview. I'm like, would you ever want to make a song together? And she was like, hell yeah. I like, you know, I think it was like her words were like, you know, it's like, I want to just work, like, you know, I want to make stuff with everybody, which was a sentiment that I definitely echo. So I was really like grateful that like she agreed to work on the track with me. If you guys don't know Pengy or Pengy Time, go check her out. She does a lot of, especially coming up, she's doing a lot. I think her birthday live is actually coming up too. But she does a lot of live performances at cons and that. But also streams on both YouTube and Twitch. I'll link both her and the person who's featured in the Idol when we get to talking about them, just so you guys can check them out. I will at some point, because obviously they weren't the only people involved, make a giant post on like all socials, just sort of including everybody who I interviewed and was involved in the creation of this EP, because that's a big thing that like was kind of the point of this, was to both be like, hey, what's up, you know, I'm new to this community, but also like check out all of these other people if you haven't already, because to me it's like a big facet of this community is hyping each other up, and so I wanted to really make sure that I contributed to that, because, like, you know, we can only, you know, like, we can only be exposed to people who, like, haven't seen our stuff if other people, you know, help with that. And so that's kind of me, you know, hoping that other people will check out the other people that, like, I've featured on this project, because this community is full of so much insane talent, and it's just like the thought of people not, you know, getting to see some of these folks, like, I just don't even want to imagine. So look forward to probably today, definitely today, just a big posts on various socials, sort of just links and ats to all of those folks, just so you can check them out, if I'm your first sort of exposure, because I know a lot of people followed me through VTubing stuff, and so it's like I'm sort of taking them on this journey with me into the idol space. So it's like I will give you more to look at. But anyway, yeah, so Keep It Cute, super fun song to work on. Definitely the one I think I put the most work in to get the mix sounding how I wanted it to. And even then, I still didn't get it quite how I wanted, but, like, I got it close enough. You know, it's like that with this project, it's like, and I think with creative things in general, something that I've accepted and learned is the image you have in your head of the finished project is always going to be about 2 to 3 years ahead of what your actual skill level is. And granted, when I started this versus now, my mixing was not nearly as good as it is. I think I definitely improved as I worked on this project, which is cool. Because listening to, like, the demo tracks versus now, it's like, it sounds definitely way better. And I definitely have, like, my producer friends who I sent that to, shout out Crismo and or Crimzo and fucking Robot Coffin. I ran the stuff by them because I trust them. Crimzo is someone who I've had do vocal mixes for me on several covers, and Robot Coffin is a dear producer friend who works on stuff like Billy Bust Up, Object Insanity? And a bunch of other stuff, but predominantly right now I know he's working on Billy Bust Up and did some of the work for Farfetched, as a composer. So I have them to thank for giving me good feedback, because I definitely respect their opinions. But anyway, it's like with this track, this was a fun one too, because I wrote pretty much all the lyrics, except I tried, you know, Pingy speaks Spanish, so I was just like, hey, it would be fun to have you do a little bit of one of your verses in Spanish. Would you be cool with that? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And so I tried writing one. It didn't work grammatically, and she's like, no. And you know, bless her heart, she came in and fixed it for me. And we sort of kind of reworked it a bit. I'll be releasing a blooper video that includes, I think, specifically recordings from predominantly What's Up and Keep It Cute. I'll be releasing a blooper video for that, hopefully probably the beginning of next month, but by this point, just because I'm getting visuals and stock image visuals for it and stuff, because I wanted to put, like, a visual aspect with it. But that has you can hear, like, brief insights into what the my original butchered Spanish verse was that I put together. The thing is like, my dad at a point was a Spanish like teacher at, like, a college, so it's like I totally could have just asked him, and I don't know why I didn't. Like, it would have made things easy. But I also think, like, what Pengy put together, like, was like just as good, probably if not better, just because it's like, you know, my dad, like, he taught it, but he wasn't a native speaker, and I know Pengy was, so it's like you kind of get like you get a different thing depending on kind of, you know, what you get. You must never show your dad that verse. Yeah, he would. No, I think he would think it was funny that like I gave it a go. I mean, I used fucking Google Translate. It's like it's not like I really put in effort to. I don't know Spanish, like, but yeah, that's pretty much. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really to say with that track. I don't know. That's a track I'd love to. With how many con performances Pengy does, I'd love to. I mean, I don't think it's like a secret just based on like Idol Dreamscape and like US Idol Fest. I am West Coast, unfortunately. I guess spoilers. I live somewhere over there. But with how many con performances Pengy does, I would love to do Keep It Cute with her on stage live at some point. I think it'd be really fun. It's one of those songs too, like I wanted to at least have one song with like kind of higher energy. I want to do more songs like that that are definitely just like a ba da 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 or like a hi hi hi, you know, songs that encourage that. Because I definitely realize when I make tracks, I tend to make them pretty slow, or at least like not the pace you would do for a typical, like for an idol song where you'd want to do chants and really kind of get your heart rate going, you know. A lot of idol songs are kind of like that, where they're a lot more fast paced. And actually, I think both Keep It Cute and What's Up were initially slower. I think What's Up, listening to it was way fucking slower. Would you ever do a track with a bunch of different languages, like as a big group effort? That actually would be really cool. I definitely would. I know because like Pengy speaks Spanish. I know that there's several Kai guys who speak Japanese. So I could like talk with them. I'd have to pick brains. That sounds weird. I'd have to pick the brains of like other talents. EK International, that'd be sick. I think Rosie Chu speaks a different language too. I don't know which one it is though. Because I think her roots are in Romania, if I'm not mistaken. But like my only friend, I'll come perform ASL. That would be sick. No, absolutely. It can. I don't know how we would like translate that through audio, but like just like, yeah, just so we know, we also had someone do ASL in this. I do have a song that's been done a long time ago that has like a reference to ASL, and like I want to when I perform it live, I want to do it in ASL to kind of put proper respect onto it. So I might have you help me kind of figure that out, Sky. You could do it in that's very true. That would be cool. Anyway, I think that's all there is really to talk about with Keep It Cute. The biggest part about it was just getting the mix. I'll just do ESL and ASL and you can record me, but it will be silent. Yeah, just like the hand sounds. But yeah, I don't know. The biggest thing that really went into Keep It Cute was the mix. I really wanted it to just like, and I didn't quite get there. I think I'd like to do another song like it that just has like a lot, like a, you know, just like a really just hard hitting bass. Trust me, bro. I trust you. But yeah, that's pretty much that with Keep It Cute. The Idol interlude, that's the one I think where it's like me saying, what's your favorite thing about being... No, it was, what does being an idol mean to you? I think that's what it was. Or, no, I think it was, do you have any advice for like current or aspiring idols, whether it be Kai Guy or otherwise? Because because I used the what does being an idol mean to you for something else. And so, and I can't, shoot, I can't even remember who I had for that one. I think that one also had Rita. No, excuse me. But I can't remember who else was there. I think Sherry. Sherry Ife. Which I actually think, did she release a song today? One of her tracks showed up on my TikTok when I was putting on my story that I'm live. Let me see if that came out today. So I can say to go also listen to that. Shady is someone who I like super look up to. Cause she's someone else who oh, okay, no, it looks like the YouTube premiere is on the 30th. So the same day that the Idol goes on streaming platforms. Check in with Shady Ife with her new song. What was that one called? I didn't actually look at the title. Her new song, Everyday Distractions Don't Mean, which I think it looks like it's initially in Japanese, and I can't read kanji, so I won't try. But she's someone who I like. I by no means pick favorites in the community, but if I were to pick someone who I really look up to, she's definitely there. Just because she's someone else who, like, pretty much entirely self-produces. And it's like, as someone else who, you know, self-produces their own stuff, it's like, I know how hard it is, but, like, she hasn't even been doing it for that long, and she's so cracked at it. Like, her mixes sound, like, awesome. And, like, you know, the people she's able to bring in to do, like, the guitar stuff for her, like, fucking kill it every time. And, like, she very much knew what kind of style she wanted to make, and she just always does such a good job, like, making stuff that, like, feels very her. And she's amazing live, too. It's just, like, it's just the whole package. So it's just, like, if you're looking for someone cool to listen to, and you like riffs in the style of Polyphia and, like, what's the other band that he's in? I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it would be correct to call it, like, Midwest emo riffs, because, like, that's definitely not the style of her music. But it's like, it's those quick, like, kind of like electric guitar, like riffs of where it's like, it's instead of like shredding or whatever, it's just like kind of quick little staccato, like, fingerings, that kind of stuff. I don't quite know, like, if it has its own genre, but, you know, it's like, I know Polyphia uses it a lot. Math rock, maybe it's like, again, it's like not math rock music, but it's got the riffs of math rock potentially, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's like math rock, Midwest emo, that kind of thing. Anyway, if you like riffs like that, go check out Shady Ife, because she's insane. But anyway, back on track to the final song of the EP, the title song, The Idol. This was one where, like, I definitely, like, I don't know, I don't quite know how to word it, but this was the one that I wanted. I'm like, this is the one that I want specifically people from the community to listen to and just be like, oh, fuck yeah, like, I love this community. And also kind of a little more selfishly, like, oh, okay, so this guy's serious about this idol thing. Because when you come through as back on track, the final track, when you come through as someone calling yourself an idol, and you're doing something pretty far outside what a lot of idols are doing, and you've come from, like, something like VTubing, I know it's not the case, because this community is by and large, it is like your thesis statement on the community, pretty much. This community is by and large, like, and I would say, in my experience, nothing but welcoming. And so I don't want, like, my preface to this make it sound like I'm like speaking ill in the community in any way. But comma, if it were me and I saw some dude come through, especially just because as far as Kai guys go, there really isn't a lot of male presenting Kai guys. I know there's oh fuck, what's their name? They're a group, and I think they like already like disbanded like last year. Damn it. Oh, it's a group of like I think like 4 dudes, and I saw them at Otakon. They were fucking awesome. Now it's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta look it up. It's like I think it's like something Breaker. I think. Oh shoot. Damn it, it's gonna drive me crazy. Maybe it was Signals. Let me check. I know I was following them on Instagram. Signals. Was it them? No. Shoot. Anyway, it's like them. And then I always butcher his name. Freaking. Where is he? Where's me boy? Damn it. I'm like just not remembering any names today. Where you at? I know he also does a lot of self-production, and he I think he lives over in, I know he does a lot of tracks in like both like Japanese, English, and I think even Spanish. Oh, let me see if I can freaking find him. Shoot. I think it's like Jamie? Is it Jamie? Cause that just makes me think of Jamie Page. God damn it. It starts with a J. I feel so bad for forgetting. Can't wait for the next EP based on being a musical guest for a TV show. I will say not Mel. Well, yeah. Jamie. See again. That's why like Jamie Memu. That's the guy. No. You're right, Sky. Melancholy is also up there too, but I know he's since graduated from Idol Activities. So it's like he's not technically active, but like all that's to say, there aren't a lot of like male presenting Kai guys like in the space. And so it's like having one like coming through doing something that's like wouldn't really be considered traditionally idol, because I know some people kind of have certain ways that they think of an idol, and there's others who think it can be whatever you want. You know, it's like we all kind of coexist, and like again, those who are vocal about being like an idol should be this usually like aren't a very loud minority, or if they do come through, people will be like, shut up, you know. But all that's to say, it's like me kind of coming into the community, I wanted people to know that I'm just as serious as everyone else. You know, it's like this is something, being femme-binary BR too. There's a couple of us though. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like there's plenty of like non-binary or like femme like Kai guys that still kind of like put on like, I guess you could call it, because it's all a spectrum, but it's like, you know, for the sake of like putting a definition to it, it's like, you know, I guess having a masculine presentation, so to speak, in some aspects of their stuff. So it's like, but I guess in this case, it's like, you know, there's a difference between like someone like that and like someone like who's making the kind of stuff, you know, it's like I'm making. So, but I also don't want to make it sound like I'm discrediting any like, you know, member's identity in the community. By no means am I doing that. I guess I'm just kind of trying to more specify in the context of how I present. Anyway, yeah, this track specifically was the one where I wanted to just, show that I'm serious and show that I took the time to learn about people in the community and do my research and that kind of thing. So it's like, well, first of all, I should say, this is a track featuring Rosie Chu, someone who I also really look up to, and you should definitely check out. Another one who does a lot of Twitch, I think just Twitch. I don't think she cross-platform streams on YouTube as well. She might only stream on Twitch, I think. I don't recall. I unfortunately, every time she's live for streaming, I either get the notification late, or I'm at work. But someone who I also very much look up to. They were the first person who I got a checky with at Northwest Idol Fest, and then we ended up rooming together for US Idol Fest, which was super fun. If you were there at that, they were over at the VTuber showcase. Checky. Oh, I guess I should explain what a checky is, for those who don't know. And see, this is the whole thing I was talking about, like bringing people who don't know about idol stuff. A checky is basically a Polaroid photo, either of an idol or with you and the idol, and those are called two shots. I believe, going off of Alex Pinku's kind of video breaking it down, it's mimicking the sound that like the flash of a camera, like chicky. But yeah, it's a common merch item that a lot of idols will sell. It's one of my favorite things to get. And I have a whole section in my idol binder dedicated to checky. But they were the first person who I got a checky with. I feel so bad because we did one again for US Idol Fest in the same pose, but the lighting was so bad, so we're like shrouded in darkness. I need more EK checky so bad. I will say, as I said with the physical release for the EP, it will include here, and actually I still don't have the official picture, but let me really quick. Hold on, I'm scared it'll just like pop up a random image. Okay, no, it didn't. We'll have to get EK checky in June. Absolutely. You technically got one because there was when we all like hung out that one time, and I got the pic. Well, actually, you didn't get it. That would have been Rue that got it. Anyway, hold on. Let me find really quick. But when the physical releases are up and running, and this will be kind of properly filled out later, but there will be 5 different checkies. It was funny seeing the same $10 slide around the whole. Yeah, that's true. That's right. At Idol Dreamscape, we were all getting like checkies of each other. So it's just like I was like, I think it was like Buzzley of we'll get to that, Abe. I got a checky with someone, and then like Buzzley from Kirameki got a checky with me, and then I got a checky with Buzzley, so it was like the same like $10 to $15 like sliding around, and then like I think because prices varied because it was some groups and some solo acts, but like I think because there was that one other guy who and I wish I could remember his name, but he got a checky with me. I think from that I actually ended up with like an even amount. I spent the same amount that I earned, so it all kind of balanced out. Anyway, so going to this, and there will be the actual jacket and like a proper graphic will be posted when I actually take all of the checkies proper. But there will be one of 6 random checkies put in each physical copy of the EP. The reason why I said 5 initially is because there will be 5 that will have duplicates, and there will be one EP that has one. I might do more than one, but the 6th one will be a mystery one that I won't say what I'll say what the pose is or whatever, just to kind of give context, because each of these I'll give them fun little names. But that one will be like the golden ticket. Like I might only one ultra rare Checky, exactly. And I have the idea of what I want it to be, and it's gonna be really stupid, but purely so I can use the funny name that I have in mind. And what's cool is, and I don't know if I think I posted about it on Instagram, I got a printer. The big reason why I was holding off on doing these is because I wanted it to be 6 of the same, like, or I want to be able to make duplicates of the 6, but I didn't want to just have shots being taken over and over again with the camera. So I took to eBay and I found a discounted Checky printer, or Instax printer if you want to be boring. So I can, and now that what's cool too is that we're getting closer to springtime, so there's more opportunities for golden hours to take the photos. Anyway, yeah, so there will be more EK Checky to come if you end up purchasing a physical copy of the EP. So yeah, I'm gonna make this image go away now. Back on the topic of the idol, and honestly there's a lot to talk about with this project. It's full of it starts with everyone who I interviewed, kind of stating their name, just to sort of tell you right off the bat, like this is a track for the community. The only person, and I'm counting them as an idol even if they have debuted and graduated multiple times, but the only person who I couldn't get in there was Ashes, because I was a fool. And well, actually, to be fair, at the time of interviewing Ashes, she hadn't debuted as an idol and done any idol stuff, so it was kind of more like the Ashes interview was more kind of me learning about the community and also like how she got there. And so I didn't have her state her name in the beginning of the interview. I know at some point, like, I was supposed to, I think we were supposed to get it, and like it didn't end up happening. So maybe that's another thing I can record or add to the physical release, is you get the version with Ashes in the intro. Alrighty, your boys got to skedaddle. I'll see you around. Thanks for stopping by, man. You have a good day at work. And have a goober lunch. Thank you. I will have the best goober lunch. Thank you for stopping by. Where was I? You can hear Ash's a portion of Ash's interview there's another point in the song where there's a build up towards the final chorus, and that kind of has a instance of a bunch of snippets from the various interviews I took, and slowly kind of layering on top of each other. And I think Ash's is one of the ones you hear. And I used the same clip in the promo because I wanted, because she was a little less involved in the EP in terms of like sampling wise. I just wanted to make sure that she got proper recognition, because if you don't know Ashes, she's a pretty prominent person in the community in terms of like helping get events set up, and not even ones like because Ashes is East Coast based, but like not even ones in the East Coast. Like, she helped advise when we were putting together Idol Dreamscape. She, I think up until now, has been very much involved in Northwest/US Idol Fest. I know she helped kind of in the background with stuff like Oshi Spark, and I think she did some like artwork for when Densetsu debuted. So it's like I felt she was definitely like she was someone who needed to, also get proper recognition, whether or not at the time of listening she is graduated or still in Idol, because it kind of varies back and forth. But I do hope that she still does Idol stuff. Anyway, yeah, I guess the other stuff to talk about with that track is the lyrics here and there have a lot of references to other Idol songs, and I hope kind of people pick up on that. Some of them are apparent, some of them are very are kind of like, I'd like to think they're subtle, like I know like like Magical Rosie, there's a reference to one of her tracks in there. There's a bunch in the verse before the last chorus to like Melancholia and like Paida and Phoebe. I think there's an Aiden reference in there. Non-sweet, whole bunch. I think that's all of them. I think. I don't know. Because it's been, the lyrics have kind of like, I've recorded them and listened to them so many times, I've like, I've forgotten like my own references with some of them. But I guess like that's the big thing with, in terms of like other people's involvement. And again, I'm gonna put out several posts on different social media, sort of tagging everyone to the best of my ability, like who was involved. Because I know some aren't as active now, like I know Abner isn't really doing too much performance stuff, but I still feel like he's worth shouting out. Or like I know Aiden's on hiatus right now, but still there's someone who like has stuff out there that you need to check out. Yeah, that's that. I think the last thing to sort of mention about that track is that's another one that has a large sample that was a little easier to get approval from. It's the song Paradise Valley by Paradise League. They are like a I don't quite know how they describe themselves, like a like a like jazz fusion, so to speak. Very underrated group of musicians if you haven't heard of them before. I gotta take a sip of water. But yeah, they're like very underrated group of musicians. I wanted that track to emulate it's this track, who did the track? Hold on, let me check Discord, because when I was telling Rosie Chu about it, I had included that, like, this is kind of the vibe I want it to fit. It's called, like, I think it's called like a disco, but like there's a thing in parentheses called like moves, like bad dance does not matter or something. Let me go back to my Rosie Chu DMs. My nosy chew is very itchy right now. There you are. Okay, let me go scroll way up. Maybe go to our pins. We don't have any pins. Sample. Maybe we'll key search that. Okay. Oh, I think. Is this it? Maybe. Let's scroll up more. I'm sure it's just around here somewhere. I'm sure. Where is it at? Okay, we're getting there. Here we go. Okay. It is, I wanted it to be based on, or rather like have a close vibe similarity to, Oh shoot, no, I don't see it. Here we go. Yeah, disco in parentheses, bad dance doesn't matter. Which is who? It's not showing me who made that. Hold on. Gotta open Spotify, I guess. Yeah, okay. No, Sky got it. Yeah. It was by freaking Kelmiko. Yeah, that was one of those ones specifically for the like the like rap stuff is in there, but it's still like it's got a fun energy where it's like and just this fun bouncy energy. And I don't know what then compelled me to like just sample Paradise League in that. I think part of it too is because like I love shit like Moe Shop. And so I want to try my hand at like doing a track like that that's like a dance track where I'm like sampling it. It's not as much with them because Moe Shop uses like, you know, his stuff's a little more produced in the sense where it's like the samples mixed in there more and there's like kick drums and that. But I didn't really use a lot of drum samples like over the Paradise Valley sample. Just because I wanted it to have more of like a, I don't know, more of a light vibe. And so I just kind of opted to do it that. That track, I think, was probably one of the hardest to mix. Specifically because it was one of the few, kind of like with Mask On, where I'm mixing with an already mastered instrumental. So there's like, I'm not gonna say there's no way, but it's hard, especially for me, because vocal mixing is definitely my weakest point. Or at least the thing I need to work the most on. It was hard to get it to not sound like the vocals were sitting on top when I was trying to get them to sound like they were mixed in there. I think it turned out okay. I think the problem too, though, was like Rosie Chew's vocals were perfect for that track, like frequency wise, like they just sat in there like perfectly, and mine I feel definitely don't as much, just because like I don't know if it's because like I have like a lower register or like what, but it's like that was just the biggest to get our vocals to sound of a similar quality was something I definitely struggled with, and I didn't really get there honestly, but I at least got it to a point where our vocals come through and aren't too harsh and you can still hear the instrumental. So that was definitely the biggest learning curve, was figuring that out. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I kind of covered all the things. Like, I guess to tie it all back, like I said, this EP was sort of like my big my big thank you letter to the community for just accepting me so quickly and just so openly, and just like so willing to support me when like I really hadn't put up that much stuff at the time. It's just it's something that I see with, you know, just every time I go to a convention and it's where there's an idol thing, and it's just, I don't know, it's awesome. I haven't felt more at home or in place in a community than I have with this one. And part of me wishes I discovered it sooner. But that's not because I think that I'm running out of time. I just think, wow, like, this is so fun. I wish I got to do it sooner, you know? But the point is, I'm here now, and I ain't going nowhere. I still got a lot of stuff, to share with everybody. So, you know, I'm for now, as far as original stuff goes, there's a song I'm working on that's a single. It's actually not a rap song, it's a singing song. It's a sort of crooner swing song. Something that I've had in the works before I was even VTubing, actually. I had the lyrics and stuff, but I didn't have, like, a proper place to put it. Finding your people is so important. I'm glad you felt. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I didn't think. I don't know. I sometimes feel this way, but it's like, I've never felt like I fit in any group. It felt like that way with VTubing. It felt that way with, like, other groups I've been part of. And sometimes it feels like that with idol stuff, but it's because I'm making the executive choice to do something that's very different than what anyone else is doing. But what's cool about that is it's making people who also want to try their hand at that stuff seek me out and want to work with me, which is fucking awesome. That is one of the big things that I really wanted. And so it's like, it's really cool kind of having cases of idols who either want help with something being produced or want to try their hands at doing rap stuff, sort of come seek me out and want to work with me. Because that's I'm not someone who's just like I only release stuff that's got me in it. It's like, no, dude, I am just as happy, if not more happy, getting to provide the instrumental in the mix for someone else's thing or write someone else's song than I am, putting out my own stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's like, as long as I get to make it, that's what matters to me. If I could find myself eventually in a point where I'm just getting to make stuff, both for myself and other people, as like my full-time thing, that would be so freaking awesome. And that's really the goal. I'm hoping to reach that point one day. I don't know what it'll look like, and if there's anything I've learned, it's like when you get to that point, it doesn't feel different, but also doesn't look like how you expect it to. And so, it could come in a week, it could come in a year, could come in 3 years, but like, regardless of how long it takes, it's like, I'm still gonna be trying for it, because I genuinely, like, as a career, I can't see myself doing anything else. It's like, not to say it's like this is the only thing I could do, but it's like, when you know what you love to do, when you know what you really want to do, everything else that you do, or everything else that keeps you from it, it sometimes feels like torture. Like, it sounds dramatic, but it's like, I've had moments with my day job where I'm just like, especially when I was wanting to work on this project and I couldn't, where I'm just like, and it feels like such a privileged thing to say, considering everything else going on in our world right now, but it felt awful. It's just like, just being kept from that. And it's like, again, I am in a very fortunate position where that can be, that's considered a problem for me. I definitely recognize there are things of stuff that's astronomically more dire and important, but at the same time, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's not allowed for me to also say that the stuff that, because everyone's got their own stuff they're struggling with, whether it be big or small, and mine, I guess I'm to a degree, I'm fortunate enough that mine is something that doesn't affect me in a dire sense, but with how dramatic my brain is, sometimes it definitely feels that way. So I guess to kind of tie it all together, thank you to the community for accepting me so openly. I hope I can be someone that aspiring and current idols can look up to, even if I am kind of outside the box. I hope I get more chances to work with folks, whether it be in the space or outside of the space, like, other producers, other folks, VTubers, musicians, whatever. I want to I want to look at this project as sort of my step forward, to, a lot of smaller projects. For now, aside from that one track, you'll be seeing me in the credits a lot more than you'll be seeing stuff from me, aside from streams. I do want to stream more. But I have a lot of idols who either have reached out to me or who I have talked with, who I have tracks that I want to produce for them. A lot of different folks. And so I think that for now might be where my focus is going to go for a bit. Mostly because it's nice doing a track that I don't have to do 100% of the work on, and I can kind of just do, you know, a little bit here and there, because it lets me focus on multiple projects at once. You know, with the Idol, I really had to, at a certain point, put all my focus on there. So that's kind of where it'll be for me. I think here is where we'll wrap up the stream. I didn't really have anything else planned, and I also want to eat breakfast. But I'm gonna go do that, and then put together all those posts I was talking about. I'll put that version of we never know all the ways we affect people around us. We inspire others in ways we have no clue about. Keep going. I really appreciate that, Chihiro, and you're completely right. That's like, that was something, especially with when I performed at Northwest Idol Fest, US Idol Fest, is having, you know, other like talents and people show up and wanting to get checky with me and just talking about how they thought my vibe was cool, and it's just like, man, glad you think so. Cause that's, you know, that's what I aspire to. Anyway, yeah, I will, once I eat, I'm gonna put up that version of Mask Off that I couldn't put on the EP. Let me check to see if it's out of pre-order yet. Eat breakfast, have a good day, thank you. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason it still says it's in pre-order. I wonder if I have to take it out of pre-order myself. Because it literally should be out by now. I don't know why it's still saying pre-order. So I'll look into that. Get that all fixed. Get that uploaded. Get those posts. Making sure I'm crediting everyone where credit is due. And yeah. As far as future streams go, I need to figure stuff out. I do have more time on the weekends off, which I know is more ideal for other people, which is cool. But I'm also in a position where I can do morning streams if I need to. So, yeah. That's gonna do it for me for today. Thank you everyone who showed up, whether it was in passing or you're still around. Again, I really appreciate the support, in whatever form it may be. If, again, for one more time, if you are not able to get the tracks on Bandcamp, don't worry about it. They will be available on streaming on the 30th. So look forward to that. And yeah, have a good rest of your morning, night, or day. Haven't said this in a while. And with that said, Johnny.